Basic Forest, why are you here? What? uh, Magic Online, can you at least just put matching Path to Exiles on my deck? That's all I ask. Oh, I'm super dead. This is not happening. Losing in round 2 of this daily very easily. Well, was a good run with this deck. Didn't want to play against Amulet. Don't think I can beat Amulet. Ever. Let's see. One, two. I'm glad my opponent and I are playing the same format. Azusa? Okay. Hooray, I'm not dead. I'm probably dead. Well, I don't think if my opponent didn't tighten last turn, there's no way they're tightening next turn. So, time to bring the beats while I can. Always yield. Always yes. Gosh, I can't even say would want to make it so that I could always yes because I have Aether Vial. I need to manage that. This is horrible. I don't know if it's worse to like play in real life where you can miss your triggers, or if it's worse to play on Magic Online where you have to stack your triggers. So I don't have very long to win this game. I think if I draw another Battle Singer, I might be okay. The way those stack gets pretty wild pretty quickly. So, oh yeah, the way those stack gets pretty wild pretty quickly too. Cool. Yeah, sure. If my opponent has a Titan, they can just like chain into another Titan for 1,000,000 damage anyways. This is not the best display of this deck. Always yes. Always yield. Yes. Black. Maybe I was supposed to... It's just like at the point where my opponent can just like... If they make a Titan, just like get another Titan. So I don't really know... I think I... They bottomed with Visions. So I kind of just want to hope that their hand is crap. Well, the fact that they're taking this long means that I'm dead. Unless they mess it up. So I'm just going to sit here and kind of stare blankly at the screen. I guess I could, in theory, talk about what cards they could have. If they have another bounce land, they get to make 6, which is enough for a Titan. At which point I die. To I'm at 15, right? So that's 10 doubles dead. So they could play around me having Slaughter Pact and Manamorphose. But realistically, another Titan, the best card to get is yeah, I'm dead. Whatever. Is they're supposed to get at this point they get Slayer's Stronghold plus Boros Garrison, bounce whatever land they have in play, keep the Garrison in play, stack their triggers so they go untap Stronghold, untap Garrison, pump the Titan, untap Stronghold, untap Garrison, pump the Titan, attack with Titan as a 10 power creature, get, yeah, I'm dead, get Sunhome plus Vesuva, copy the Boros Garrison, stack the triggers so they go untap the copied Garrison and tap it, untap the copied Garrison, tap it, untap the Sunhome, double strike. That's 20 power, effectively a trample, which puts me to -2. So, I'm glad we played some good Magic there. I died on turn, I guess it's turn 4, which is acceptable, I guess. My deck is not good against combo. This stacking also works. You can put the 2 Garrisons first. I am still going to force my opponent to make correct plays. I'm also still dead even if they don't make the correct plays, most likely. I am currently debating if I'm supposed to board in Ancient Grudge or not. So my opponent has Sunhome in hand? Or they didn't see it? Or they have 1 Vesuva and it's in their hand? Or they didn't see it? I'm leaning towards they didn't see it. Also, they can't... yeah, they can't do that this turn. Maybe they have a Talaria West in their hand? Sure. Pact of Negation. Oh, I win the game. No, I'm so bad! Oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Oh, I had the game won because I forgot they... Oh, I'm so bad. They messed up, and I messed up right back to them. Oh my gosh. If I had literally just done nothing and passed the turn, I won the game. I was like trying to bait them into pact so they couldn't pay for both of them, but it turns out that I just let them pay for one of them. That was horrible. Kind of just like assumed that my opponent had double green up for some reason. Now I should be maybe dead. Should have thought harder about this. Realized the only way for me to win this match is for my opponent to mess up and just let them do it. Oh well. Gosh, I literally took a turn, and over the course of that turn went from me being dead to them being dead if I don't mess up. Clicking things is horrible. Let's see. Well, maybe my opponent taps wrong here. It's always a possibility. It is no longer a possibility. Okay, I've got my out. I'm going to wait until after they have attacked with Titan, at which point I will attempt to path it. See if they have F6'd. If they have not F6'd, I've lost the game. There's always a chance. Gosh, I should have won this game. That's so stupid. Even the Dryad Arbor Forest. The one that looks like exactly like the Dryad Arbor. Oh, wait, this is a new one? Is that a reprint of an old art that's the Dryad Arbor Forest? This F6 did not work. Okay, I died. Horribly, miserably, a turn too late. Probably not good enough. Probably just want path. Um, I don't really like Absent Falconer, so I think maybe I do like this, this, this and just try to tag Amulet that my opponent plays early. I don't want to overload on that stuff, but not actually cutting cards I don't want. I think Falconer is worse than Evangel because it doesn't trigger ally abilities. Evangel forces through most things anyways. Don't really want Canonist because I think that actually constricting my gameplay is worse than... Like, I think a lot of the time my opponent can just beat the Canonist heads up. That might be wrong. That could be actually really wrong. Canonist is probably better than the 4th Evangel. So, like, have this concern that I'm like, I haven't actually really deployed more than one spell a turn with this deck, so definitely should have the Canonist in there. Realistically, I already know what's going to happen. We're going to go to Game 3 after I, like, win this game with some nut draw on the play. And Game 3, I'm going to be like, this tower's pretty good, we'll try it, and just die on 2. Or that might happen this game. Straw's pretty good, we'll try it. Just, like, not even going to play as if I have Ancient Grudge in my hand. That's how you lose against these decks. Opponent probably has, like, a Summer Bloom hand. Good draw. Playing an older Temple of Mystery list? Okay. Right on time. Actually not unreasonably off time, but that's not the point. Is champion non-optional? Huh. Now I know. Summer Bloom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if I draw Collected Company and I hit Akoum Battle Singer, that's 1, 2. Okay, so Battle Singer is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if I draw Company, hit Battle Singer, another ally, I win the game. I also probably have 2 attack steps, which might be enough here. Also pretty good. I think the goal is... So I had a goal. And the goal was to spread the power around a blocker. The problem with that is that that doesn't make sense, and it leaves one creature on my board vulnerable to Pyroclasm. feel like this is probably the best line to play. It plays around like random nonsense with Colony Garden the best. I could play to not die to a top-decked Amulet, but I feel like if my opponent hasn't put Amulet into play in the 3 previous turns, they're not going to do it this turn. Especially if they use the Summer Bloom last turn. So I'm moving the chat around to figure out what's going on. Well, yeah, hopefully my opponent doesn't have, Hive Mind plus Double Pact, Hive Mind plus Slaughter Pact, Hive Mind plus any spell plus Pact, or Titan. Hooray! I did it. I won a game. Probably would have actually lost that game on the draw. Yeah, we'll try you. Actually, maybe I should have boarded out one of the grudges on the draw. I feel like there's like no way to ever tag an Amulet on the draw. That is not... There's been a lot of mulligans for a stupid fair creature deck. I will live with this 6. I'll probably die with this 6, but I'll also live with it. Oh yes, very dead. That was actually a mistake. I probably just want to jam as many untapped lands as possible. Okay. This is another... Okay. Well. Definitely need to kill that. Because this takes my opponent off of casting Titan next turn with any bounce land. And the fact that they took Gemstone Mine out that Stirrings is kind of concerning if that's where we're headed. Jeez! That's so many! Well, I will do it again. Probably pretty bad, pretty dead. Okay. Okay, I like where this is going. All we gotta do is hope our opponent bricks off for 2 turns in a row. I don't like our odds, but they exist. This remains at 5. It remained at 5. Okay. Okay, let's, I don't know. Let's make my opponent do something stupid to, well, make every creature Pyroclasm proof and add the most power to the board is really where I'm going with this. Didn't I have always yield? Always yes. Always yield. I pressed F3, didn't I? Never press F3. Your daily advice. can't even F7 these. This is almost unbearable. It's only slightly bearable because it's really embarrassing for my opponent to be losing to this. Sweet. Our opponent is exactly dead through a single chump blocker. However, Primeval Titan makes so many chump blockers it doesn't matter. There's only two options here. They ripped and they're doing a bunch of math, or they're tilting off. So I really can't do anything about the outcome of this game. Well, if I beat Amulet Bloom 3-0, that would be wonderful. I don't think that's a realistic representation of the matchup, but it would be wonderful. I feel like my opponent had a really bad Ancient Stirrings if they lost this game. Like, that's probably the reason they lost. Okay. Okay. Good choice. The honorable way. However, I will kill you by attacking first. You choose the dignified death. I will not give it to you. You will instead die by allies, which is extremely undignified. Yeah, 100% dead if they ever draw anything. Cool, they're on like a 10-outer, faded for like 3 draw steps. You know, sometimes that's how Amulet Bloom loses. That's what you got to do to win with allies.